I usually like to have a connection with my audience, but nevertheless, let's have it the way you have set it up. All right. This morning I would like to speak while standing on the protocol already established by the esteemed MCs that we have here. I don't know if they also aspire to become directors of proceedings. Maybe they are busy practicing in their profession as well. Otherwise, the hall looks very decorated. You guys look very amazing. Not because we have flowers in the hall, but because we have people who are dreaming, people who have aspiration. You aspire to become who you want to be. But the question is it really your conviction, or you want to become who you want to become because of the person next to you? Do you want to become the person that you want to become because of your friend? Do you want to become the person that you want to become because of your parents? All those are factors that have people today in different professions without the love from their heart. When you become a professional due to pressure, due to things that you see around, then something is wrong. When you decide to become somebody in life, it should come from the heart. Because when you become a professional from the heart, you will serve the people within your profession with that diligence that cannot be matched. This is why you see sometimes we see teachers, you are learners, you know us very well. Who is a teacher that indeed was made to be a teacher? And you also see which teacher is busy teaching me because he just wanted to get employment. You go to the hospitals, the same applies. You see nurses that know, when you look at that nurse, when you hear the voice of that nurse, even without treating you, you already feel healed. Because this nurse indeed is a nurse. But then we also have those nurses that when we go there and get in touch with them, their statement, their words will make you feel as if you were not supposed to get to that hospital. All this, it is because we are simply now becoming different professionals, not because of our God calling, but we are becoming the people we are becoming because of securing employment. And when such thing happens, it is a danger for the society. I just hope we don't have people dressed in a nursing uniform, teachers, simply because your mother, your father, your friend told you that, my friend, if you become a teacher, you'll get a job easily. If you become a nurse, you will not even sit for 1 year, you'll be employed. That is a problem. It is a problem in one way because you will not serve the people according to how they were supposed to be served in that profession. Number two, it is a problem because you yourself will not be happy in the profession that you'll be, because it is not you. You are just doing it for something else. So when you decide on a profession, consult two things. And the two things, I want you to take note of them. Number one, do a soul search of your God-given gift. What is your God-given gift? That is the first thing that you need to ask yourself. Every day when you wake up, every time you walk around, every time you find yourself in the class, ask yourself, what is it that really God wants me to be? Find time to sit with yourself, to ask yourself, what is it that I really need to be? And sometimes this identification comes because of how you observe your environment. When you observe your environment, you'll be able to identify some loopholes that you yourself will feel like, no, I need to solve this problem. And when you identify such a loophole through your God-given gift, then you will be able to get yourself, to identify yourself within which profession you were made to operate. Your God-given gift is number one. What do you want to become? Consult it with God. And when you find that, it's only then you are going to decide that now I have to work towards this. How do I work towards this? There comes number 2. Number 2, look at your academic strength. Your academic strength. Does your academic strength allow you to become who you want to be? That is something that you need to ask yourself. You want to become somebody that needs mathematics and science. But the question is, are you fine in that area? Are you really fine in that area? Because even in the classroom, when schools give us opportunities to choose within which field we should be, we go to mathematics and science, we go to social science because of our friends. Because my friend is going to social science, I'm also going. Because this one is going for mathematics and science, I'm also going. This is where we get it wrong. But nevertheless, it's not too late yet. We still have a chance to still do our searches and ascertain ourselves on what exactly that we want to be in life. I tell you that if you don't spend time with yourself, most of the times we like spending time with our friends. At the end of the day, we don't know who we are. Sometimes stay with yourself. Have meetings with yourself. Have meetings with yourself. Let your voice speak. Let your environment speak to you so that you are able to identify yourself properly among other people as well as within your community. Stop wasting time to run around left, right, and center. You are the friend that visits other friends so much. Even when they don't visit you, they don't look for you, but you are the one that is just up and down. At the end of the day, you live a life according to the life of other people. You will never live the life that you are supposed to live. Take care on that one. It is very, very important. At the level where you are, I understand we have grade 11s and grade 10. Critical grades. This is where I would like to tell you that they say the journey is difficult towards the end. The journey is difficult towards the end. What do I mean? It is at this point when you are going to be tempted with so many different things. It is at this point when you'll be tempted by so many different things. Number 1, at this point, you will be tempted by the changes that are happening within your body. You'll think you are big now. That is 1. You'll think now you are equal to teachers. You are a big girl, you are a big boy. Instead of focusing in your studies, you'll start focusing on which teacher likes me and which teacher doesn't like me. Forgetting that you are doing that, or something is happening that way simply because of yourself that is not behaving well. That is the first temptation. The second temptation is that you'll be tempted to think that since you are in grade 11, since you are in grade 10, there is no grade 9, there is no grade 8 that should do anything to you. You are the one at school. And when you behave like that, you know sometimes people provoke. And when they provoke you, they have provoked a beast who is in grade 11, who thinks that he is the one and no one should touch him or her. At the end of the day, you end up fighting. And when you fight, you will be suspended. That is temptation number 2. You will be tempted. The devil is there, and it will happen. So it is up to you to decide how you want to finish. Because if you look back, you have come very far. You have come very far. At this point, you are just a few meters away for you to finish up. A few meters to finish. Temptation number 3. It is at this point when the devil will say, let me see if this child really knows what he or she wants. By making sure that he presides you a lot of beautiful girls, those are boys now, to make sure that he presides you with a lot of handsome boys, to see how much you really know what you want in life. If you fall short of it, you are going to end up impregnating somebody's daughter. If you fall short of it, you will end up being impregnated. And then the journey begins to become blurred. You cannot see where you are going anymore. The most difficult thing again is to speak to somebody that has already kissed one day, to tell the person to stop kissing. It is difficult to speak to somebody that has had already sex. It is difficult. But we still come back and ask ourselves, do we really want what we want? And what we want, will it be well if we start harvesting babies now? What I want, will it be well if I contract STIs now? What do I want? Is it really true that the people that I'm seeing here are the most beautiful and handsome people? Are there no other people where I'm going? Those are questions that we need to ask ourselves. At Noordgrens here, do you really see a girlfriend? Do you really think that boy was meant for you? Those are questions, hard questions that we need to ask. If these few that are here look this beautiful, what more if I find myself at the university? What kind of people will I find there? If you fall short, you will think you have a wife here. You will think you have a husband here. You know, those words that you hear left, right, and center will make you think that this is the life that I was looking for. You haven't started living life yet. Life is still ahead of you. It is up to you to whether work towards achieving it or not. What we see here are just distractions. They are time wasters. People who want to waste your time are those that will propose you while you are at school. A classmate seeing beauty, seeing handsomeness in you, it is wrong. Pray against it. Thank you so much. When you are at school, you need to understand at what point you are and what it is that you're supposed to do. The Bible tells us that there is time for everything. And that is found in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 to 8. There is time for everything and a season for every activity under this heaven. You are here. What time is it? What activity were you supposed to do at school? It is your books, listening to your teachers, asking questions or clarity on things that you don't understand. Time for hugging, time for kissing, time for having sex is ahead. It's still there. I should tell you that there is no life, there is no person, or there is no grave that you'll find at the graveyard that this person has died because he decided not to kiss when he was in school. Sex, beautiful people, handsome people are still there. For the boys, your wives, maybe they are not even yet born. All right. Let's not confuse the whole with the classroom. When we laugh, when we show whatever you are showing, Make it short so that we can continue. Yes, for boys, your wives or your girlfriends are not yet born. That is a goal that I want you to set. Don't fall short with the confusion that is around you now. That beauty, avoid it, pray against it so that you pass it. For the ladies or for the girls, your boyfriends, your husbands are already at their workplaces. So, be careful, be careful. When we speak, we know that we are speaking to some that understand and will get something out of this place. And we are also speaking to those that usually escort others. So the choice is yours, whether you are here to get something out of this place or you are simply here to escort your friend. But time will come when you realize and recall the days and the occasions at which you were spoken to, then it will be too late for you. But otherwise, my dear brothers and sisters, this world has a lot of distractions. This world has a lot of things that can help us make our life the way we want it to be. Life does not happen, or life does not come to be through surprises. Life should be made. You should create your future. It doesn't happen through luck. Those that have or are what they are, they have worked for it. A price was paid. And the same way, those that are suffering, they have paid the price for it. So you choose what kind of price you want to pay for your life. And when you pay it, you will be the best motivational speaker to others as well. Because you will tell them exactly what happened to you and how you went about failing what you have failed. Life should be made. Life should be created. And you are here at this place to create just that life. And you will create it if you want to create it. I want to continue by saying, when you are at school, when you are walking around, think about the situation at your house, at home. How are things at home? Who are you waiting to fix the situation at home? Don't come here and be distracted by those that come to show off to you, pretending that they own what they have, while they went to steal, while they have those that have given it to them, and you think that you are also supposed to get those things. Think about your situation at home. The situation that greets you every day when you knock off. How is the situation at home? Who is going to fix it? If you have decided to be who you want to be in the professional outfit that you are putting on today, please remain focused so that this focus will help you to get the whatever that you have decided to get. The nurse that you want to become, the teacher that you want to become, the scientist that you want to become. It can only be done if you take away all these distractions that are before you and just take what matters in your life at the moment. Because you are determined, you are destined for greatness. And when you are in that area, you will not allow anything to distract you or to derail you away from who you want to become. School is easy. You are almost at the finishing line. Look at the time when people are racing. You'll hear a lot of noises, making noise, disturbing. But an athlete will remain focused. An athlete will not even look left or right. An athlete will remain focused in their lane so that they can finish without any distraction. This is the same thing that you need to do when you are at this point in grade 11, in grade 10. Distractions will keep increasing, but you as an athlete that you want to complete, want to finish the race on a good note, focus. Don't listen to those that want to take you out. Don't listen to those that want to start doing things with you that you should do tomorrow or later. Focus, so that you can finish your race on a good note. And when you do that, you are going to be proud of yourself one day to say, I'm glad of myself because I avoided what almost distracted me. And then you'll proceed. Very, very soon you'll start meeting your friends that you were together in the classroom. And those that don't used to listen will start taking a different way when they see you coming because they feel ashamed. So please decide to be serious. Life is easy when you make it easy. And it becomes very difficult when you decide to also make it difficult. Your teachers are not your competitors. Your teachers are here to assist you. Your teachers are your parents. Your teachers should be the most friendly people at school. So if you think the teacher is rude, ask yourself, why and how many times do I go wrong when approaching this teacher? Because everybody needs or knows the way that we're supposed to be approached. You as a learner who wants to benefit from that teacher should go and study that teacher and see how best you can get or what kind of best thing that you can get from that particular teacher. Because this is your time to learn from that particular teacher. Many people have gone through this school. Many people have sat on the chairs that you are sitting now. They have passed. They were taught by the same teachers. They were taught by the same, or they got the same content. What about you? Why not you? You can also pass. Do the right thing with the teachers and everything shall be well. Calling for the board might waste time. If you have a notebook and a pen, take note of the following as I leave you now. You are going towards making the final grade or the grade that will determine your next point where you are going. By reading those books, by asking questions from teachers, so that you can make that report card beautiful. How do we make it beautiful? Here are your exam preparation tips. Your exams preparation study tips. Number 1. Or before you write number 1, I want you to write the words study tips vertically. Study tips vertically. Study tips vertically, starting with the S first and the T under, continue until you get to the S for tips. Study tips vertically. Do we have it? Very good. Your study tips are as follows. The S, set clear goals for yourself. Set clear goals. Setting clear goals, I mean, make sure that you know what you want to achieve, how you are going to achieve it. If you decide to achieve a B in a test, how will you achieve it? If you decide to achieve an A in a test, how will you achieve it? Set them clear so that you are able to achieve them, and then those are the measurements that you'll put for yourself for the exams to see whether you'll make it or not. Set clear goals. And when you set clear goals, I'm sure you put away all the other things that are not necessary at the moment. Are we together? Number 2, your T, time management. Your T, time management. Every minute you lose, you will never get it again. When a minute is gone, passed by your hand, it is gone, unless you just chase and you'll get tired of chasing. And when you are late from period 1, you'll be late to period 2 as well. When you are late studying something that you're supposed to study a minute ago, you'll still be late doing the other thing. Likely so, try to make sure that you value time. Time is important. When a fellow learner is spending 30 minutes on a piece of note to study and master that content, how many minutes would you spend by looking at your academic strength? Know how you should manage your time, because time is dangerous. Time comes to us as a gift, and time comes to us as a curse as well. How is it a gift? Those that have made it in life, they made use of their time properly. And those that are struggling in life, they have misused their time. So please know how to use your time. Every minute is valuable. Know what it is that you are doing with your minutes, because these minutes will turn into hours, and these hours will turn into days, and the days will turn into months, and then this month will turn into a year. Then you have wasted the whole year. Remember, it starts with that second to a minute, and this is how it goes. You understand your subject content. Understand your subject content. How do you understand your subject content? Do not memorize the content. Prioritize comprehension about whatever is being taught. Prioritize to comprehend. Don't memorize. Make sense of what is being taught to you. When you do that, you don't need to force yourself that, no, I don't need to forget this, I don't need to forget that. When you understand something, no matter how long it will take before you are going to be asked to write that, it will never go away. Because you have taken it, or you have taken time to understand it in your own way, which will help you remember when it's asked from you. Are we together? Very good. The D, don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. I hope you got that spelling. To procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. When there is something that you need to do now, do it now. Because if you postpone it, the other thing will need you to postpone it again before you do something else. Whatever you are able to do now, do it now. So that you leave room for other things that are to come. Don't procrastinate. When you have to study now, study before you do the next thing. Or if you are doing something, do it before you get to your books. Don't say, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, because anything can happen. With the students at UNAM, we used to have cases when we were at UNAM. An assignment is given to you, and then every day this particular student will say, no, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. And then when that tomorrow comes, no, they say, no, when I'm under pressure is when I do my things correctly. That day comes, the electricity in Rundu is off. You can't type, you can't print your assignment. Then you'll see how you'll be running around like a headless chicken. So don't waste time by procrastinating on things that you are able to do. Because when you don't do it, the time will ask, why didn't you do it then, before? Now it's time for this. Because remember I told you that there is time for everything. Everything has time. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you are not careful, you are going to be overloaded. And when you are overloaded, you are likely not to make it. Okay? The why. Your health matters. Your health matters. Your health matters. What do I mean? As a learner, as a student, you need to consider that for whatever it is that you need to do, you need to be well. You need to be well. You need to feel well. Your health matters. Take enough rest. Drink enough water. Avoid toxics in your body. This time is not time for you to put alcohol in your system. It's not time for you to put drugs in your system. Your health matters. Take enough rest, eat well, avoid toxics in your body. Because it is your body which is healthy that will help you do what you want to do with your school. If you are not well, even if you want to go to school, you will not go anymore. Because your body needs to be fine. Are we together? The T for the tips. The T for the tips. When you are studying, consider to take enough breaks. Take breaks. Give yourself a time frame. I will study for how many minutes? After these minutes, you need to rest. Those breaks will help you to keep going. If you allow or if you force yourself to stay seated, reading and reading at the end of the day. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. I feel it will disturb my voice. Yes. So you should take enough breaks. When you take breaks, you are going to allow yourself to keep going, because when you have rested, you will have regained the energy that you need to read the next chapter or the next topic. Don't force yourself to sunrise. Sunrises are for those that have wasted time. Now they want to put everything at the same table. And at the end of the day, you will not manage. A smart learner, a smart student will never sunrise. Nights are for sleeping. You should take enough breaks so that you are not going to force yourself to sunrise. Can we move? When you are studying, I want you to identify the problem areas. That is your I. Identify problem areas. Problem areas, I mean, in every subject there is that topic, there is that content that you find difficult to understand. Identify them out so that you will find a way on how you are going to understand it, either by spending more time on it or by doing enough research, by getting closer to your teacher, so that those problematic topics are also cleared out of your way and the content is with you. The day when you walk into the exam room, you are just going to deliver it. Identify your problem areas. Your P, practice regularly. Practice regularly. Practice regularly, I mean, you need to have time to go through old question papers or past exam papers. Try to ask questions to yourself. If possible, get yourself a study group. Ask each other questions as likely as they would ask in exams, so that you can get used to this kind of question, to those commanding words: identify, describe, explain. Get used to those words. So you need to practice regularly. Don't get tired, because you know what you want to get at the end of the day. And the S, which is the last one. Stay positive, my brothers and sisters. Stay positive. We live in a world where everybody would want to look down on the other person. You are useless, you are stupid, your stupidity is from your family, what. Even your mother at home might even tell you that this stupidity is from your father. Your friends, no, why are you like this? You are just like that. You think you'll pass, you'll never pass. No, avoid those things. Stay positive. You are a human being. You are a masterpiece. You were created complete. Nothing is missing in you. All you need to do is to practice and make sure that you retain whatever you were made to have. Don't speak negative about yourself. Speak life to yourself. You can do it. Every morning when you wake up, tell yourself, I can do it. I was born a conqueror, and I will conquer this. Whatever trouble that you are going through, you can conquer it. You are a conqueror. You are a human being. What differentiates between human being and animals is that we have the will to solve problems. We solve problems. So you will solve your problem. Stay positive and avoid the negative talk against yourself, because your negative talks are powerful. Remember, the tongue has power, and whatever you tell yourself is what will happen. Otherwise, I should end here, and I should leave you with God's blessing, because you are going to make it. Thank you so much.